Hey everyone, I want to take a quick moment today to do a video looking back on the last year of my channel, looking at the things we've done, the things we've accomplished, etc. Now first I want to apologize for the way I sound right now. I only sound like this because I'm pretty sure I'm dying. At least I feel like I'm dying. Now I do want to ask viewers, in lieu of sending cards or flowers, please just send guns and ammo. You can send those to Sporting Systems and I'll have a representative pick them up there after my demise. Now, one thing I, of course, did this year, since this is a YouTube channel, is I made a lot of videos. I made a lot of videos. We're talking over 250 to 300 videos. Some I'm proud of, some I'm not as proud of, but they're out there, proud of them or not. And I hope that they help people. I hope that during the course of the year, we stamped out some of the misconceptions, some of the bullshit you're fed by some people on the internet. I hope we gave people information on how to be a safer gun owner. And I just hope we gave them something to think about. If we did those things, then I'm happy with the videos I made. Now, in addition to pre-recorded videos, I also did lots of live chats. I do between 4 and 5 hours of live streaming chats every week. That's one of my favorite parts of the channel. I love having one-on-one interaction with my audience. If you haven't come to the live chats, please do. That's my favorite part of the whole thing. That's my favorite part of having a channel, is getting to actually talk to the people out there that have the same opinions, or at least similar opinions to myself, and have similar values to myself. So if you haven't come to one, come to one. I hold them every Sunday, every Thursday, and then I have impromptu ones on any day of the week. In addition to making videos and holding live chats this year, also managed to build a range in my backyard, built a little deck to stand out there, shooting platform. Did manage to fall off the shooting platform, but as most of you know, it wasn't my fault, and I have invented a little invention to make sure that doesn't happen again. And I managed to take some newbies down to that range and introduce some new people, both young and old, to the shooting sports and the Second Amendment lifestyle. And while doing so, I did come to the conclusion that polymer guns are just not for me. That doesn't mean you shouldn't like them and they're not great guns. They're just not for me, so I don't see any more polymer guns in my future. Now, one thing I did do on an upbeat note, though, is I did devise a method where if you're going to carry like a high caliber polymer gun, it'll help you decide whether is it worth it to carry that higher capacity gun that holds the inferior 9mm round, or is it better to go to another gun that may hold fewer rounds, but they're of a superior caliber, and that is the Yankee Marshall handgun caliber comparison chart. I hope everyone out there will make use of this chart so that they can choose the right caliber for them. Now, not everything was positive this year. I did have some run-ins with some other channels. It seems some channels don't like it when you call them a FUD or point out that they are very FUD-like. Some other channels don't like when you call them on their hypocrisy and bullshit. And sometimes these things did not end very well. But you know what they say, all's fair in love and war. Now, one of the things that took up a lot of my time in 2019 was our little local fight here against Bloomberg and his cronies and the legislation they enacted, which people know better as 1639. We've been fighting that hard for a year. We've had some ups, we've had some downs, we've had some wins, we've had some losses, but the fight isn't over yet. So we will keep fighting that fight, because we're not fighting just for ourselves here in Washington. We're fighting for every other state that they want to spread this garbage to. So keep your eyes open, because in the coming year, there's going to be a lot more fight against 1639. Another thing we've managed to do this year that I'm very proud of is that with the help of my viewers, we've been able to, through a combination of donations to local animal shelters and to national animal and veterans charities, sometimes combination charities like Canines for Warriors, we have donated over $12,000 to animal and veterans charities this year. That's not too shabby. In fact, we even adopted one of the little gray monsters for ourselves here, and that's why we have Turnip now as one of our channel mascots. We also engaged in our second year of a program that I am very proud of, and that is Toy Guns for Tots. Now, last year, we collected quite a bit of money, bought quite a few toys for quite a few kids out there who wanted toy guns for Christmas, but couldn't afford them. Their families just can't afford to buy them gifts, and a lot of the charities don't buy toy guns, so these kids in need that liked toy guns couldn't get them, so we kind of filled that vacuum, bought a bunch of toy guns, donated them, made a lot of kids happy. We did that in 2018 for the first time, and in 2019, we pretty much tripled what we did in 2018. We bought so many toy guns. It was cart after cart of toy guns. This was just an awesome thing. I look forward to doing this again next year. We made so many kids happy, and that's what it's all about in the end, making the kids happy at Christmas. So Toy Guns for Tots was a huge success in its second year, and I can't wait for its third year. Now, the final thing I want to talk about tonight is something that I'm even a little bit more proud of than Toy Guns for Tots, and that is TYM-PPP, the Yankee Marshall Posse Pistol Project. Now, the TYM-PPP actually consists of 3 different programs: TYM-PPP, Handguns for Heroes, and Firearms for a Friend. Now, with these programs combined, we provided to needy people out there that could not afford to buy firearms, we provided over 4 dozen firearms to 4 dozen different people in need of a means of self-defense who wanted to exercise their Second Amendment rights, but for one reason or another just couldn't afford to. Very proud of that. And when you add in the Handguns for Heroes project, where we say thank you to veterans for their service after they're nominated by their peers, that adds up to a lot more guns. And then when you add in the donations we made to other channels to try to get them some more following and get them more of a voice in the gun community, and then when you add in the Firearms for Friends program, we gave away nearly 80 firearms this year. Nearly 80 firearms found their way into the hands of people who want to exercise their Second Amendment rights in a legal and lawful manner, going to people that can legally and lawfully own firearms. We created dozens more armed and responsible citizens. That's something to be very proud of. Last year when we did this program, we only did a little over 60 guns. This year, we did almost 80 guns. So I can't wait to see how many we do in the coming year. Now this year, I just hope to be able to match last year, to be honest, because Patreon's been falling, YouTube support's been falling, channels make less money, can't afford to give away as much as we used to, but I hope that people will continue their efforts along with me to keep these programs running, and we'll be able to do at least this year what we did last year. I can hope that, and I will continue to hope that, but in the end, we'll see what we can do, but I have faith in us as a community. So there you have it, a real quick look back at this past year and kind of a look forward at the year that's coming up. So I wanted to thank everyone that has hung with my channel for as long as you have, and all the ones that participate and make all these things possible. Like I always say in my live chats, it's the things that you do that makes it possible for me to do the things I do. So I want to say thank you for sticking with me up until now, and I hope you continue to stick with me in the future.